Hi, this is Sean here from PassFirstTime.ie, Ireland's online driving school, and I've just finished a couple of lessons and I decided I wanted to wrap up this series on the roundabouts with a couple of general tips and a couple of the most common difficulties that people seem to have on roundabouts, and kind of wrap them into one video, and I'll do it live as I drive. So I'm going to move away. Like I say, I've completed a couple of lessons, and these are the kind of questions and the kind of areas that people on the couple of lessons I've just had needed to work on, and they're very common, and most people would need to keep an eye on these and make sure that they're comfortable with them. So we're going to move off and I'm going to head up. I have the first roundabout coming up ahead in front of me, and I'm going to take the second exit off of the roundabout. Now the big question here is, where is the second exit? Is it the left or the right lane? Now, the only way I have of knowing is looking for the arrows on the ground. Already you should be able to see the arrow here is in the right lane for straight ahead and for turning and going around to the right, and the left lane is just for turning to the left. So this is my lane. The secret here is when I move into this lane that I'm going to stay in this lane until I'm leaving the roundabout. Another error that people make is that they move over lanes a little early when they move into the roundabout. So I still have no clear window of opportunity from my right. There's one coming up now, so I'm going to take this one. I move in, I stay to the right lane until I'm leaving, and then I just check my mirrors and signal and come off to the left. And away I go. So that's, we'll say, common difficulty number one. Which lane is the second exit? Now at the end of this road we're going to have another roundabout, but between here and there, a couple of the other areas that have come up are definitely the speed coming into the roundabouts. You really have to watch that. Okay, you can't slow down too far back, ridiculously slow, that's granted, but you must come in at a speed that is safe for you to make a very healthy decision and enable you to look properly at the roundabouts. That is absolutely vital. If you're coming in too fast, you won't have time to figure everything out. And that leads me to observation, which is absolutely 100% vital. You must see and check out where the other cars are going on the roundabout. We're going to stick with the second exit now here at this next roundabout. So at this roundabout, I know it in advance because I know the roundabout, but if the examiner was to say to you, for instance, take the second exit here, and you weren't familiar with the roundabout, there are no road markings. So if the second exit is straight ahead and there are no road markings, by default it's the left lane. So I'm going to stick to the left lane here. There is a car coming around, so I'm going to hold. Once the car clears, I have a window after that, so I move in calmly. And that's the next item I want to add to this list, and that is that the very minute you pause, you can't take a tea break. You must get ready to go straight away, because just because you can't go because there's one car coming, it doesn't mean there isn't a gap directly after it. And I had this with a student earlier on this morning, where that was the difficulty, that when the student stopped, they were inclined to take a break and not prepare immediately for the next window, which could happen straight away. The other thing you can do is, coming into the roundabout, you can plan for that window. So you might see a car coming from your right, and you say to yourself, look, if I slow down enough here, that car will be passed and I will be able to roll in directly after the car. So you might slow down and pop her to one maybe, and roll up and roll after the car. So watch that. Planning ahead there is very important, and when you stop, you are looking for that next window. I'm going to go straight on here. We can see the arrow on the ground is for the left lane, so I can see there's a car coming from my right, so I'm up to the line and I pause. But I'm looking for the next window and I'm ready immediately. The next window has appeared pretty much straight away, and I'm in after the car on the way. So watch that prep when you do pause at the roundabout, that you're prepped and ready to go immediately for the next safe gap. So finally, I suppose, to sum up roundabouts, and it's difficulty to sum them up in a couple of sentences because there are so many variables on roundabouts, but to sum it up, come in at the right speed, make sure your observation is good and adequate, watch other drivers, never trust other signals, and look for the first clear opportunity for you to enter the roundabout safely. Keep an eye on your lanes, make sure you're in the correct lane, and if you follow those couple of tips, it will go a long way to making sure you use your roundabouts comfortably, and that you're more comfortable in the roundabout yourself and you feel good. And the big element, I suppose, at the start is that you need to practice them. Remember, it's like anything else. If you don't practice them and you don't get comfortable, they won't improve. So plenty of practice in the roundabouts will help with everything I've been talking about. So hopefully you found that helpful. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to do something different in the next video, so watch out for that. Check out our website if you want more help with the driving test and preparing for the driving test. Check out our course, PassFirstTime.ie, for lots more on that. And we will see you in the next video. Safe motoring. Bye now.